This is so funny. How the tables have turned. Remember when Chick-fil-A, the chicken fast food restaurant, was the darling of the right wing because it took an anti-gay stance and donations to anti-LGBT organizations, and conservatives were flocking to the drive-thrus and standing in line outside Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A supports traditional marriage and so-called Christian values, and the left was boycotting Chick-fil-A because of bigotry and discrimination. Times have changed, and I guess Chick-fil-A has also changed. Chick-fil-A has now come under fire from its former right-wing fans because Chick-fil-A now has a statement on its website about DEI, as they like to call it. DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And right-wingers are now saying Chick-fil-A has succumbed to the woke agenda. There's a piece in Newsweek. Chick-fil-A faces a conservative revolt for its DEI initiative. The company website now said, this is like, speaking of milquetoast, this is milquetoast. One of our core values at Chick-fil-A is we're better together. When we combine our unique backgrounds and experiences with a culture of belonging, we can discover new ways to strengthen the quality of care we deliver to customers, to the communities we serve, and to the world. We understand that getting better at together means we learn better, care better, grow better, and serve better. Okay. So listen, there's a couple different things here. The irony is as delicious as a spicy chicken sandwich with extra pickles and grilled jalapenos. The same people who accused liberals of being intolerant, cancel culture supporting lunatics are now themselves calling for a boycott of Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A is now being inclusive and respectful. The same people who previously defended Chick-fil-A's right to express its religious beliefs, which happen to be Christian, those people are now outraged that Chick-fil-A is trying to live up to its mission of glorifying God by being a good steward by having this DEI inclusivity statement. And it seems to me that some of these conservatives must think that to be faithful to God, you shouldn't be inclusive and want equity and want diversity. Seems to me that that is quite godly, isn't it? They think, oh, Chick-fil-A wants to have a positive influence. I guess that means we need to boycott them. Now, Chick-fil-A is not perfect. I have not done a U-turn on Chick-fil-A. I've still never been to a Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is a big corporation that is calculating what is best for them right now. They have done some to try to repair the damage they did in terms of their relationship with the LGBT community, based on what happened a couple of years ago. They have a DEI statement. Let's see if they prove that it's not just lip service. Let's see if they actually are committed to some kind of change as a result of this. But it is also not the enemy of the right wing. This is a business adapting to changing times, trying to meet the needs and expectations of its customers, its employees, and its would-be customers. I was thinking of trying Chick-fil-A this weekend with all of this hubbub. I've never been. I'm going to be out on Long Island for a conference this weekend, and I thought there's a bunch of Chick-fil-A's there. But then I looked at the menu. It's pretty nuts. Like, I don't want to, I'm all for, I'll try all sorts of different things. But I looked at the menu, and, the rib meat with water injected into it and formed into a patty and then breaded and deep fried. Like, I just don't know that I want that, so it's pretty bonkers stuff. But, maybe I'll show up and get like a grilled chicken and report back how it is. In the meantime, Marjorie Taylor Greene and her boyfriend on their latest podcast commented about Chick-fil-A, and they wrongly claimed that the left was boycotting Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A would close on Sunday, which is, of course, very much not true.
So I don't see the left having any buying power at all in the marketplace.
I think that's a great analogy. You brought up Chick-fil-A. A lot of us have forgotten about Chick-fil-A being boycotted and targeted so heavily like they did on the left. People were mad at them simply because they closed their doors on Sundays because the owners of Chick-fil-A are Christians and they believe in taking a day of rest like the Bible talks about. like God says you should rest one day a week. And that's what the owners of Chick-fil-A decided. That's the way they're going to run their company, and they don't apologize for it. And the left targeted them because they're Christians.
And and their stance on marriage.
There. So even Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend having to say, well, it did have their stance on marriage. It did also actually have to do with their support of anti-LGBT causes. It wasn't just being closed on Sunday. Many businesses are closed on Sunday. Many Jewish delis are closed during Shabbat. Being closed on certain days for religious observance is very different than donating to anti-gay causes. So maybe I'll go to Chick-fil-A this weekend. I guess I'll go grilled rather than fried. The rib meat with the water injected into it, I'm just not big on that. I have to admit, it doesn't sound great to me. But I will report back if I end up at a Chick-fil-A.